It's Art here again, and I saved the best for last. And with me I have Devin from Driver Motorsports. We're going to be talking about the GTR today, and this car has been very, very popular throughout this show. I think it's one of the best cars, obviously, and I might be a little bit biased, but we've had non-stop traffic coming by. Every single YouTuber that is present at SEMA has come to see the car. They've studied the car. Let's teach our audience about what is happening with this car. Devin, do you want to start us off with how this came to be?
So I just want to start off, huge shout out to Art from Vibrant for getting us here this year. Like he mentioned before, I'm a Driver Motorsports. We are a premium JDM importer, and the customer Brad over there, he purchased a car from us, and he was like, look guys, I want to do this. And we were like, we're in. So just full rundown, it is a RB30 bottom end. Well, start off as R32, of course, GTR. RB30 bottom end, stroked to a 3.2 liter with a Nitto running gear. RB26 head, fully port and polished with GSC cams. I don't even know where to begin, Art. I really don't.
So you guys are a JDM importer.
Yes.
And so what was the condition of the car before you guys even started?
The condition of the car was beautiful. This was a immaculate chassis. It was rust-free. It had the typical little pinch weld issues here and there. It was folded in a little bit, so we fixed that, of course. But other than that, it was a super clean car. Somebody in Japan really took care of this car. It had a full bolt-in cage. It had a super clean dash. It had simple bolt-ons. It was a great car.
So sometime, I think it was in May, I came to Virginia to check your shop and kind of speak around, and I saw this rotisserie fully freshly painted. I think it was a week they got it?
Yeah, it was the week we got it, yeah.
So the week they got it back from paint, the wide body was on. I mean, I was kind of obsessing over how nice the fenders looked. The bodywork was flawless, and these guys had all the Vibrant parts laid out, and I saw the engine sitting on a stand. The collector was welded, the manifold was kind of there, and I saw all the pieces coming together. And at that point, as Vibrant as a team, we decided this is going to be the car that's going to be showcased at our booth, because you're going to do an amazing job showcasing how easy it is to put the products together. So in your experience, and I know you guys use Vibrant not because we sponsor you or any reason at all, you guys use Vibrant all the time. What makes the product, in your opinion as a fabricator, the easiest to use?
So in my opinion, what makes Vibrant easiest to use is, one, the quality of the product. Like the material, you can tell is just A1. It's the best. Welding with competitor products, I've used almost every other clamp out on the market, and it works, but it's a pain to work with. The material is a hassle to weld with. Putting the clamps together is a hassle, and I just feel like the material is clean. It takes less prep for me to do on my side. You guys always prep it the best, like it comes pre-polished, pre-brushed, ready to basically wipe off and weld, essentially. It's very, very user-friendly, and I suggest it to everybody. When Art came down, or when we spoke to him first, we told him from the bat, we were like, Art, it doesn't matter if you guys help us out or not. If we gotta pay full price, if we gotta crawl through a ditch to use these products, we're gonna use it, because this is the best products, and we truly believe to be the best, you gotta use the best.
That's very nice of you. Thank you, Devin. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about the gold tubes. Now, it seems like you just painted it, but I know that's not what it is. Love the attention to detail, because you managed to match it to the wheels, the strut bar that's also titanium that you created, and the hardware. How did you create the titanium? How did you make the titanium turn gold?
So it's anodization, or anodization. You weld it up fully, and then you essentially just dunk it in distilled water and baking soda. It's a super easy process. There's not a lot of information out there, and not a lot of people do it. I've seen people do it with like custom knife scales and just custom gun scales, like the little parts. And I was like, how can we bring that to SEMA and just make the car different and draw eyes to it. So that's what we wound up with, and I'm honestly super proud with it. We also use dress-up bolts, polished bolt kits, and they're titanium as well, and just dunked them in the same anodization solution and did the same thing.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like what you did. You said it was 15 volts?
Yeah, so it's around 10 to 15 volts. There's a whole color scale from 0 to 120 volts, and it's a really cool system. I really recommend anybody that's working with titanium to look into it.
So what is next for the car after the SEMA show?
So what is next is we're going to bring it back home in Virginia. We are going to do the final break-in. We are going to make 1,200 horsepower, and then we're going to send it right back to Brad for Brad to enjoy, do some roll racing, and he wants to hurt some hypercars.
What was the biggest challenge when putting this car together?
The biggest challenge was knowing that it was going to be on the world stage, and we definitely want to set ourselves apart. So the whole team came together on this one, and we put our minds together, and you see what we came up with.
Do you want to run me through the suspension, the air ride, and the stereo system I saw there in the back?
So the suspension is full GK Tech arms. The strut assembly is Tiedemann. It has a Tiedemann full air ride control. It's got E sensors, height sensors, Tiedemann shocks. The audio, Brad is the owner. He's a little psycho. He wanted full audio in his 1,200 horsepower, essentially race car. So Josh came together, put in a whole sound system. We really wanted to try to give homage to the early 2000s builds, but modernize it. So that's why you see all the carbon fiber, all of the suede, the diamond stitch suede, a lot of the LED accents. It's there, but it's not extra. A lot of the billet goodies, the same thing. We wanted to bring Fast and Furious to a whole nother level.
And I love the taillights. What kind of taillights are those?
So those taillights are built by Skeptic Innovations. Steve Mullen put them together, super great guy. Those are infinity taillights. There's some kind of weird magicry going on. It's got mirrors in there, LEDs. They're super cool sequential taillights that I think are the best at our chassis taillights I've ever seen.
And finally, just to tie the car all together, what did you guys use for ECU tuning and harness?
So the ECU is a Haltech Nexus R5. It is a full standalone ECU, and it's also a PDM. So it uses all solid state relays, fuses. The wiring harness was a flying lead wiring harness from Haltech, meaning that it comes pre-loomed for the Haltech, but somebody has to install the sensors, and it's got a full body harness. That ECU controls headlights, turn signals, horns, the electric AC, electric power steering, the climate control system, the nitrous system. I mean, everything in this car is controlled off of one unit, and there's no relays and fuses to ever worry about. So it's a really neat and unique ECU system for sure, and we're super happy to try it out, and this is our first time trying it, so we're really happy with it.
Cool. So for our audience that's watching, they want to come find you on social media. What's the best place to find you guys?
I would definitely say drivermotorsports.com, Driver Motorsports on Instagram, Facebook. This is our bread and butter, so if you guys want more content, for sure, check us out. We got a YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, we've got it, drivermotorsports.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Devin, and thank you all so much for the support that you've shown us and everything else that you've done using our components. If any of you guys are looking for a JDM car you want to buy and have these guys modified up to this level or even something mild, make sure you guys hit them up. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Chat to you guys in the comments. Take care.